What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Mpower Show. I'm Markeith Braden,
I'm Donzale Powell.
and we're excited for you to join us today for this very special edition because we are in the season of Thanksgiving
Gratitude.
and gratitude. And so today we really wanted to do a show around gratitude and Thanksgiving, as well as we have a guest today who's going to be doing a Thanksgiving dish that Donzale Powell invited. Tell us a little bit about why you want to do this.
Oh my goodness. So I chose Kirbee Miller. I don't know if you know her, but she is fabulous. Chef extraordinaire. She does all kinds of things, including events. Just a wonderful person, and I can't wait for you to meet her.
Yeah. So Donzale, gratitude. When you hear the word gratitude, what first comes to mind?
Just being grateful. Even if everything isn't perfect, just being grateful for what you do have. Yeah. Somebody, you know the quote, somebody always has less than you in the world and things like that. So that's what immediately pops to mind.
Yeah, when I think about gratitude, I think about having a roof over my head.
Absolutely.
Having clothes on my back, having shoes on my feet. I'm going to take y'all to church today. But, when you think about gratitude, one of the things to receive more, I think, in your life is first be grateful for what you currently have. Be a good steward over what you currently have. And in this episode, we'll talk a little bit around gratitude and Thanksgiving. But before we get started, I want to take you to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back right after this. I want to let you know that I am offering a brand new program called Laser Coaching with Markeith Braden. I know you have dreams, I know you have aspirations and things that you want to do, and sometimes you just need a little bit of accountability to get you moving in the direction that you desire to go in. I can remember back in 2014 when I first got laid off my job, I had a decision to make. Was I going to pursue my dream, or was I going to go back to the 9-to-5 rat race that I just did not enjoy? And the only thing that really helped me to make that decision was that I invested in myself and got coaching. And that coaching was tremendous in my making the decision to keep going and pursuing my entrepreneurial dream of becoming a professional speaker and a digital personal brand coach. And today, I want to make that same offered opportunity to you. That if you're ready to move to your next level, if you're ready to learn how to leverage your personal brand for a business, then this opportunity is great for you. Laser Coaching with Markeith Braden. It's a 3-month time frame where you get up to 15 to 30 minutes unlimited laser coaching. But there is one caveat. You have to make sure that you finish the homework from each coaching session before you schedule a new one. And once again, it is for a 90-day time frame, and it's unlimited coaching, 15 to 30 minutes. You can schedule as many as you want, as long as you do your homework in between the sessions before you schedule your next session. So if you are interested in laser coaching and this offer, I want you to go to markeithbraden.com/laser coaching. That's markeithbraden.com/laser coaching. And let's move you in the direction that you want to move in, because sometimes you just need a little bit of accountability to help you along the way. I look forward to seeing you signing up for Laser Coaching with Markeith Braden. All right, welcome back. We're excited to be bringing in our guest. And, I'm actually going to let the ladies take it from here. And then I'm going to come back in and just taste test the things that they are preparing. And they're just going to have a conversation all around gratitude, Thanksgiving. And I'll come back and just close us out.
All right.
All right.
Okay, we are back, and I've got Kirbee Miller with Kirbee & Co. with us today. I told you she was going to fix something fabulous, so I hope you are ready.
So we are going to hop right in. So what I love is to have recipes that are accessible, but that have a little bit of an unexpected factor. Okay. So Do you normally eat deviled eggs around the
I
holidays?
do. I absolutely love them,
Yes,
actually.
me too. And I like the full spectrum of deviled eggs, the sweet ones, the ones that are a little bit more spicy. So this is a recipe that I put together because everyone loves that Nashville hot craze. So these are the Nashville hot deviled eggs. So you want to start out with your egg yolks, just put those into a bowl. And you see how they're kind of just already got that nice powdery look to them. Here's a hack. If you hate boiling eggs, like I hate boiling eggs, you can actually purchase eggs pre-boiled in the deli section. And then we're going to go in with a little bit of Tony's. How do you feel about a little spice?
Now, I've seen Tony's in the store before. I think I've only used it on chicken, though. So I'm interested to see how this is going to be in some eggs.
So a little bit of depth of flavor and a little bit of spice because, as promised, these are Nashville hot deviled eggs.
Okay.
Then we're going to go in with a little bit of garlic powder. And I like this because it gives you, again, some depth of flavor. A lot of people just do mayo and mustard, and I'm like, please pass on those eggs. So I like my eggs to have a little bit more dynamic flavor. So a little bit of garlic powder. And then fresh cracked black pepper.
Gotta have
that.
Yes.
So we'll go in with that.
If you buy regular pepper still, like, you are
Listen.
missing out on life.
Just come on into a little bit more culinary excellence. Get you a fresh pepper grinder. So we'll just mix all that up. You see how that kind of smells already? That's like your traditional deviled eggs. So we're going to go in with a little bit of mayo. So I see you have a different mayo here that I love. So
I do. I'm a little picky.
Okay.
I'm a little picky. So I did the olive oil mayo. Sometimes I'll do a light version. So, it's a little different.
And what's great about that, it's a little bit more health conscious,
Exactly.
but you don't have to sacrifice flavor. All right. Now here is really the secret ingredient.
Okay.
Chow chow. Did your family use chow chow during the holidays?
Yes. So even when my grandmother was still here, like
Yes.
literally we had the canisters with the chow chow
That's right.
screw on the top.
Yes. Yeah, so my family, I have family roots in Mississippi. So I grew up having that jar of chow chow on the table. So the greens, boom, chow chow. Well, my lovely friends at Winfrey Foods sent me over some chow chow about 3 years ago. We've been best friends ever since. So we're going to hop in with a little bit of their spicy chow chow.
Now, how spicy is spicy? Because I know some people like really spicy and some are mild.
I like to say this just has a little meaningful heat.
a little bite.
Yeah,
Just a
that's
little.
right. It's not going to make you tear up, but it is going to make you say, wow.
Okay.
So we're going to mix that together.
Looks good.
And the consistency that you're going for is not uber runny. You want it to have a little bit of body to it, a little thickness. You want it to be able to stand up to the eggs when you put it back inside. So we've got our spices, our mayo, our chow chow, and we can kind of see how that's just a bit of a thicker consistency.
Right.
And this also may be more non-traditional. I know some people have a more runny inside and then they pipe it inside. We're using a spoon to put this inside.
Yes.
All right, but we're not finished yet. Inside of our mixture, we're going to put a little bit of chopped green onion. Have you done that before?
Okay, no.
Okay, listen, a day of firsts.
I have not.
And then we also have some thick cut bacon. When I tell you, these eggs.
I'm telling you, I'm picky. So I
Okay.
can tell you now, with
Okay.
the bacon,
Uh-huh.
I am a Wright's bacon girl. If they don't have Wright's in the store when I
Yeah.
go, I'm very disappointed. It's almost like, do I need to go to another grocery
Right.
store?
Do I need another run?
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, I'm with you because that thick cut bacon has really great flavor.
Yes, the flavor is phenomenal.
It is tier.
Okay, that
one.
looks really good. Like I
Okay.
could literally almost eat that like a potato.
And no one would judge you. And no one would judge you. I would be in full support.
It was good.
So as we're putting this together, I just love this because it has dynamic flavor. It's accessible. And if you're the person that they typically say, you just bring plates or ice because you can't cook, you can do this. You can redeem yourself. This is an easy, accessible recipe that is very flavorful. And it just is something that I love because it kind of starts the conversation. The appetizer has to be on point. And when we think about Thanksgiving and conversation, does your family go around and talk about what they're grateful for?
We do. We
Okay.
do. We definitely talk about that. We talk about some of the things that, of course, are going on at the time. Usually there's always something going around the holidays for us to discuss. Do you all typically sit all the food on the table or do you do more buffet style? Because I've seen
Buffet
both.
style.
Okay.
You know, because I like to cook a lot of things. And so I need a lot of real estate for that. And so I like the buffet style. Keep the table cute, decorated. And if you need to go and get you a second or third or fourth plate, that's fine. You can
Right.
just go back to the buffet. I think in the middle of the table can be a little bit chaotic.
I think for us, it depends. If we have more than just like the immediate family,
Okay.
like maybe 3 to 4 people,
Uh-huh.
then we definitely do the buffet.
Okay.
But sometimes if it's a smaller
More
group
like a-
and we're just at a small table, then we just kind of load the table up and
That makes
kind of
sense.
dig in. But no, I like both. I know sometimes we'll go over to my cousin's house and he definitely does a huge buffet, like you said. Literally, every piece of
Square
the counter
inch
is covered.
with deliciousness.
Absolutely.
Yes, it's like wear your yoga pants under your cute.
And he does a lot of non-traditional dishes. So like he'll do stuffed mushrooms and he does a seafood dressing that is
Okay.
phenomenal. So yeah, I love that.
I love that. And the holidays are just a fun time to slow down and really enjoy your time in the kitchen.
Right.
I know a lot of people get stressed out when it comes to cooking, but it's like, it's food and it's going to be digested in a few hours. Enjoy the process. Just really like sink into the smells and the aroma and the opportunity to collaborate. Like, take the stress out.
Now, do you always do turkey, or do you ever do maybe like a Cornish hen or a rosemary
Yeah.
chicken? What meats do you typically do?
All of the above.
All of
It
them.
really
Okay.
it just depends on my mood that year. I think the little Cornish hens are so cute, and you can stuff those and make a really delicious gravy, and those are fun. I love a good turkey, but what I love to do is season it and then cook it upside down
Okay.
in a turkey bag.
Ooh.
So you're getting all that flavor, and then you take it out and brown the top.
Okay.
So those are a couple of my hacks. Upside down in a turkey bag.
I like it. Now, my brother-in-law, he will fry turkeys, and
invite
he's
me.
always injecting them with seasoning and doing the
Yes.
whole nine. So he does that pretty much every year.
Okay.
So anytime he's going to be around, I'm like, hey, bro,
The fried turkey.
make sure you don't forget.
Yes.
Yes. And then I can remember as a kid, honey baked ham was really
my
big
gosh,
too.
me too.
Like you had to have the crust.
You had to.
on the
Yes.
edge. Yeah.
What's in that crust?
I don't know, but it's good.
I think there may be a controlled substance in that crust. Okay.
They got to make it addictive.
That's right. That's right. And then the little rippled cut on the ham, like that made you feel extra fancy.
Yes.
And I never had a ham at home that was that texture.
I don't know how
Folks,
they
we
do
want
it.
to hear from you.
I
Like,
don't
what
know
does
how to
honey
do
baked
it.
ham do? Because you know what
Somebody
I'm saying?
know?
It's kind of
Does
like
somebody
a
know?
silky. That was not how my ham tasted when I was growing up.
It was not, and I remember like I said, my grandmothers and cooks of the family.
Yes.
And you're right, it was never like that.
Yes.
But hey, it
we
was
have
good.
questions. Yes, yes.
So if you know the deets, please let
Please
us know.
let us know.
Comment in the chat.
So we've got our eggs stuffed. And you see, they've got a little heft to them.
They do.
And what I love to do is go in with a little bit of green onion on the top.
Okay.
And then a piece of bacon. And if you want, you can also go in with a little bit more chow chow, but I feel like these are pretty well dressed.
Have enough kick to 'em.
Yes, yes.
Now I like a lot of bacon. So how much can we add? I'm just
You know what?
Just asking. How
There
much
are
we
no
can add.
rules.
Okay, well then.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Do it until you're like, this feels right. That's one thing when I'm teaching or I have a television segment, I will give you guidelines. But who needs rules in the kitchen? Like if you absolutely don't know how to cook, you have to get well versed in ratios, but beyond that, do what feels right.
Right.
Who am I to tell you that's enough bacon?
I can tell you now. So growing up as a little girl, I always used to watch my grandmother cook, and she would always. There was no recipes.
That's
like,
right.
She gave us like she would be like season to taste.
Right.
Like,
And
you
you're
know,
like, what
you're just
taste?
trying to guess. Okay, how many shakes is she really doing?
Yes.
But the food was always phenomenal.
Always
so
the
I
bomb.
guess to taste works.
It works. And that's how I was taught how to cook.
Okay.
I remember distinctly one of the first things that I mastered, and I was like 5 years old. I started cooking really, really early on, was how to properly season roasted chicken. And it wasn't by measurement, it was by color. And I remember like shaking the seasoning on, and my mom would say, okay, that's what it should look like. And you just understood how those seasonings look together in the right hue, the right shade, and you were in there. Okay. So when I sat down to write my latest book that just came out recently, which I'm super excited
congrats.
about. Thank you.
Yeah.
I had to actually assign some measurements to things. So that was an undertaking, but I was willing to do it because I wanted to share a little piece of what I love with the world. So you will not open the book and find season to taste on everything. There are some parts.
Now, what's the book called? And do
Yes.
you feel the same way about the time that something cooks, or do you feel like that should be like clockwork after a while?
Great question. So I'll answer in reverse.
Okay.
So about the cook time, I do also provide guardrails for that, especially if people are novice cooks.
Yes.
But you also have to leave room for the fact that you're at different elevations. Do you have a gas stove? Do you have an electric stove? Do you have an old stove? Do you have a new stove? Are you using convection air? There are so many different factors. So I like to give guardrails as far as the temperature range and then some things to look for. Is it like just starting to turn golden brown? Is this what it looks like? Give people other cues because we're not all working with the same equipment.
Okay, yeah, I love it.
Yes. And then your other question.
The book.
The book
Yeah.
is called Nourish. And how we nourish ourselves is not just what we eat, although that's critically important. It's about the conversation that we have with ourselves, the communities that we're a part of. And so the book is really a compilation of all the things that I love that have nourished me, especially during difficult times. So the book is a guide on how to come home to yourself. So there's guidance on rituals with yourself, recipes, guided journal prompts, and affirmations. So how do you nourish yourself in totality? So
I
super
love
excited
it.
about
Yes, I'm gonna
the
have
work.
to grab that.
Yes.
Where's it available? Amazon?
It
or
is
where you
available on Amazon.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Perfect. Y'all check it
Okay.
out.
So what are you thinking here?
Looks good to me. Looks good to me. Thank you so much, Kirbee. I'm gonna taste this in just a minute. I don't know if Markeith is gonna come back, but I might eat them all for you.
And she'll just tell them how it tasted. Love it. Thank you so much for having me.
All right. No, thank you.
All right, welcome back to the Mpower Show. Kirbee and Donzale, y'all have created a nice delicacy. Should I be the one to try?
It feels right.
It feels
I
right.
think so.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go. Y'all not gonna try it with me? Oh, is this a setup? Let's go.
The one biter at that.
I
Wowzers.
know.
Is it good? I'm not gonna do it because I can't. I
Here,
don't
I
need to
will-
bite in one. I don't need to do
Listen,
one bite.
But
So
it's your world. You want
okay,
to?
let's see.
Because why not?
The spices are great. The bacon is crispy.
Uh-huh.
Everything is really good.
Oh,
How those flavors kind of play together well. And could you make this?
I can make it.
Yeah, you can make it. Anyone can make this.
I'm a Renaissance man. I can
Ooh,
make it.
he can do anything.
Uh-oh.
I love it. Well,
Uh-oh.
thank you all for letting me spend some time with you
Yeah, it's been great.
on your show.
You know, we started with the conversation around gratitude. When you hear the word gratitude, what do you first think of?
Oh, being present. Because we can fly by what's available to us, and gratitude pulls you back into the moment, and it helps you to be more reflective. So that's what I think of as being present when I hear the word gratitude. And gratitude has a certain alchemy to it. It's kind of a superpower that when we really pay attention and sink into gratitude, it turns what you have into enough. And it really just changes your perspective. So that's what I think of when I think about gratitude.
It does. I've told people before, one of the ways to avoid depression or anything like that, if you can get thankfulness and gratitude down, it just kind of heals you.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, I'm gonna eat another one. I think we want you to share more about your upcoming book.
Yes. So Nourish, we talked a little bit about this, and it's in 4 different parts. So again, there's a section that helps you have ritual with yourself, because much like what you talked about, when you feel untethered, a lot of us feel overwhelmed and under-resourced, and we're tiptoeing perhaps on some of that depression.
Right.
We need to know how to make space to come home to ourselves. So there's a section with that. Then there's a section on some really beautiful recipes that are nourishing and beautiful and easy, so that you can make these for you or those that you care about. And then you move into the journaling section. And I really had a life-saving adventure with journaling during a really hard time of my life. So I decided to put that back out into the world with guided journaling. And there's a fun feelings wheel that helps you navigate and give adequate language to your feelings when you're journaling. And then you move into a space where there are affirmations.
Love affirmations.
Yes. And so many of these were written in the wee hours of the morning, and they were words that I needed to hear during a really impactful time of my life. So this is my way of putting this back out into the world.
I love it.
And then the last section is insights and notes to self, so that as you're moving through some of the exercises or your day, if you want to jot something down, there's a space for that. And of course, each guided journaling section ends with a gratitude entry. So we didn't plan this, but it's just how it works, is that once you've been reflective and even dealt with some hard, sticky, complicated things, how do we still find gratitude? So that is a little journey through Nourish.
I love it. I love it. And like she said, make sure that you check that out on Amazon.
Yeah. Well, we always like to end the show with a quick word of encouragement, inspiration, or affirmation. And so I'll start us off, and y'all can be thinking about what you want to say. But what I want to leave you with today is that gratitude is everything. Anything that you want to bring into your life, first be grateful for what you currently have in your life. You know, because we sometimes can go throughout life and start complaining about things that we don't have. But have you just taken the moment and be grateful for what you do have? And I promise you, the more grateful for what you do have, the more opportunity you have and the more room you create to bring into your life. So be grateful for what you currently have and don't focus on what you don't.
Yeah, I love it. And I love alignment. So I've got a little cheat code here. I'm going to read you one of the affirmations in the Nourish Guide. And the affirmation is, I am grateful. And it says, I am grateful. I understand that two things can be true at the same time. I can hold both grief and gratitude. I am sharpening my awareness of what is around me and inside of me. I am awakening to all of the seemingly insignificant occurrences that, upon examination, are actually miracles. I am open to starting where I am and capturing my gratitude so I can bear witness to the unprecedented experience that is my life. I am grateful.
Yes, yes. I'm going to close us out. To me, I want to make sure, I'm sure there's some people out there that maybe your family isn't exactly how you want it to be. Maybe you're dealing with maybe people that are in your life or that aren't in your life or no longer with us. And I just want you to be cognizant that family doesn't have to be blood related. Just make sure that you kind of keep that positive attitude and understand that family can be anyone and you are cherished no matter what.
You are cherished. So this has been another great episode of the Mpower Show. I'm going to have me.
The third deviled egg. I love it.
I don't know if I'm going to get any more at this point.
And until next time, just remember this. Always shoot for the top because
the bottom is crowded.
Take care.
Cheers.